Welcome to the Do Y'all See This?
Reacts.
This is Eva.
And this is Nisi. Welcome back to another week with us. And we are so elated that you are here. And we're going to jump right into the catch up. Catch up is where, obviously, we catch up with each other and you can catch up with us. This week, let me think. I don't think anything spectacular happened. I went back to work a couple of days. I saw one of my customers that I haven't seen in like 3-4 weeks. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Belated. We dropped a great episode and we hope that you go over and listen to it and listen to our mamas on Mama's Day. What you got to catch up with?
I mean, it was a work day or a work week. So it was pretty regular, just work day. It was kind of quiet. Like we usually get a lot of youth coming in after school, and we didn't have a whole lot of youth this week. So it was a lot of adults. We did have some maintenance going on at the branch. And
Mm-hmm.
so all of our computers had to go down. Friday, right before I left for the week, I did have a customer come in, and he's turning into a regular. He's not a regular yet,
Uh-huh.
but he ended up like giving a gift, and it was just like flowers in a vase, but it was also like, this is a gift that I brought for you for Mother's Day. And it was like, I don't know you.
Oh, okay, okay. I was gonna say maybe it
So
was
like
birthday.
there's a line where it's okay, but also he's never said anything quite inappropriate, but things that are leaning a little bit too flirty for me being on the clock. Like, sir, I'm at work. Yeah, so I was just upset. Oh, it wasn't upset, but it was like, now I'm looking at him when he's coming in next time. It's going to be like weird thing, and I don't want
Right.
it to be. I did have Mother's Day breakfast, or actually it was lunch with my family, and
So brunch.
really nice breakfast. Yeah, it was like steak and potatoes. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And then we went and saw Doctor Strange, which we'll be
Ooh.
talking about. My mini review, like, go and watch it. It is very good. I think they did a really good job of incorporating like the horror element, which I'm very excited to see. So it was really good. I liked it.
When you were talking about the customer who was like a little weird, right? So I had this customer who came in the other day, and for some reason he was just yelling out, "Hey, beautiful! Hey, beautiful! Hey, nice to see you again, beautiful!" And I still wear my mask at work, so it's really weird because I know I don't know this man, and it was just like, "Are you being creepy?" And now you think I have to go along with it because I'm at work or whatever. Like, I really don't like when people get extra familiar with me, and it's just
Mm-mm.
like,
One more thing, and it's not technically to me, but it is for me because I felt like it was a present to me. The new Doctor Who has been announced.
yes, I was gonna send you that. I saw that and I didn't know who it was. It was two
Excited.
people in the picture. I didn't know who it was. Was it the black guy?
Yes, so Nkudi Gatwa, and I'm probably saying his name wrong, and I apologize, but I love him. He kind of rose to prominence as an actor in Sex Education, and he
Okay.
did so well. Like, he got a BAFTA Scotland for that, and then he got 3 nominations for BAFTAs for his work on Sex Education. He's
Oh,
very good, and he's funny, and he's interesting, and I'm really excited to see him going forward. And I'm like very excited about it. Like, I haven't been quite this excited about a new person since Jodie was announced. There was some news, and we did say on our last YouTube, we talked about James Corden. So this is like a continuation of our
mm-hmm.
Doctor Who news. So they have finally announced it, and we will be seeing him soon.
Okay.
He's Rwandan Scottish, and that
It's,
was the Scots just keep staying in that role because David Tennant and Peter Capaldi are also Scottish.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Is he the first? Is he the first African American
First
person?
black,
Well, not
yep,
African
yeah. So he was the
American.
first
First.
black lead of Doctor Who. I was a little disappointed. There was the other Doctor Who. Was it Ruth?
All right, let's see what they're gonna give us this year.
So now we're going to go ahead and head into our news and our pop culture items. So Monday, there was news released by Politico. It was a draft release from the Supreme Court that they were in arguments about overturning Roe v. Wade. So it is a draft opinion. We do need to keep that in mind. However, that is something they are working on, and that is frustrating and sad. And it's also one of those things where it made it hard for me to go to work and look at any male in the room. It's just rough. You're really out here saying that this entire right can be just wiped out. 9 signatures, or not
Mhm.
nine, 5 signatures. After all of this time of these confirmation hearings, where each one of them was asked, do you consider Roe v. Wade established law? Do you consider it basically precedent? And each one of them said yes. Each one of them said it is not something that we can go in and change. It is a precedent of a precedent. Like, there's no going taking it back, putting down paperwork and putting down things in place to do exactly that. So there have been protests. There was supposed to be like a Mother's Day protest on TikTok today. People are angry and they're sad and they're frightened. And I think they have a reason to be.
Along with this, Tennessee Governor Bill Lee signs bill to ban mail-in abortion pills. I was talking to someone and I was like, somebody said something around the way of like, why would you even care? It's not like you've had one or whatever. And I was like, well, the thing is, y'all don't understand. This is a sliding slope of things that they like to do. They start with one, and then if you're a woman, they're coming for everything else. I even saw a clip, I don't know if it was old or new, but it was of Kamala asking a question like, can you think of any laws that tell us how to regulate a man's body?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't think of one, but there's so many for women.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many for anyone with a uterus. It's just like every birth begins with a penis.
Every single one.
And yet there's no regulation on that birth starter.
Mm-mm.
It's amazing.
It's almost like it's on purpose. And the one thing I do want to say is the my body, my choice people about masks are surprisingly quiet when it has to do with a woman's uterus, when it has to do with a woman's right to choose. I remember like not being able to go through an intersection because they were, we don't want to have to wear a mask because the governor said so. This was in the middle of a global pandemic. Like your literal breath could kill people. We were all frustrated and angry, and there were moments where I had to go outside and take a walk. Like I had moments where I had to go and like seek out cute puppy videos, take the self-care. If you need to step away from it, do that. But if you need to do deep dives also to keep informed, do that. Like do whatever it is.
This is so much.
We're gonna, because we could keep talking about this.
We're gonna lighten the mood a little bit.
But we're gonna move it into something a little bit lighter, to our pop culture item of the week.
So yeah, we're gonna head over to pop culture, and really it just falls under the banner of y'all gotta stop acting like these celebrities aren't people. They still have emotions. They still can go off. I have 3 instances, not even just of this week, just that have happened recently. One, we can start with, I'm gonna go with the old one. Mike Tyson having to beat that man up in the airport. On the airplane. People were still boarding, and this guy just kept trying to get his attention, and he got his attention. One, know who you playing with. I don't know how old the guy was who was messing with him, but I do know that I am of the age where I remember this man bit someone's ears. I also remember that this is a man who beat women. He is a professional boxer. Then on top of that, we have Dave Chappelle. I don't know if you thought maybe you were Will Smith. You thought that maybe you could do what you want and go on home. And if you don't know the story that I'm talking about, at Dave Chappelle's recent comedy show, guy decided to run up on the stage, and I don't know what he thought he was going to do. If he was going to hand him some CDs or what. Dave Chappelle was not having it. His security was not having it. Did you see either one of those before I move on out?
So I heard about the Mike Tyson one. I did hear about the Dave Chappelle thing. Mm-hmm. My husband keeps trying to get me to watch the video. I have a thing against body, like I don't like seeing arms broken. I don't like those sports injuries. I don't like any of that stuff. So I have avoided the actual video. What I did see though was Chris Rock's response, because he was in the audience, or he was like there that night. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that. Your husband must have seen a very clear, better one than I've seen. Okay. Only I've seen is the guy kind of like fly past Dave Chappelle, and then the next thing you see is like mob mentality around him. I really can't see. You can see kicking, but it's from someone in the audience's view. It's not even like close or anything like that. Okay. So I don't think if you do see it, you may have even seen it and not even realize that's what it was, because you really don't. The only thing that you can actually see out there was him going into the ambulance. It was a bit much. So moving on real quick to the last one in here, where these people have to realize that celebrities are people and they are petty, baby. So Drake decided that after a guy decided he wanted to troll him, he decided to hop into his wife's DMs. Not only did he follow her, he got into those DMs, told her she may need a little excitement in her life. And that's like the pettiest he could have done. But to actually slide into her DMs and say, you need a little more excitement. I know that man was just sitting up there like, I can't. I thought I was gonna troll somebody and they trolled me. That's been the week, guys. And we appreciate you coming back for our Do Y'all See This Reacts. We'll catch up with you next week. Bye.